Here we will see NCERT history from class 6th to 12th class in this series, and we won't discuss about the characters which are there as in case of school level. We will discuss about UPSC level only. First chapter you can see what, where, how, and when, and these characters we won't see. Now we will see about the ancient time where it was started here. Now in Pakistan, Qatar Hills and Suleiman Hills, first agriculture evidences have been seen. First two plants were cultivated was wheat and barley for 8,000 years ago, and domestication also started by animals here, sheep, goat, and cattle, and they lived in villages also. And if you see Garo Hills in case of northeast region, you can see agriculture is first developed here, and in Vindhyas region also in the central India this agriculture was started. Remember this, Garo Hills and Vindhyas are the first to see the evidence where agriculture has been developed. And near the Narmada region, the life uh, human settlements have seen here, and they use to be very skilled gatherers. That means life was started with hunting and gathering. So gathering was done in case of Narmada River Valley only, and they knew they are very experts here. They are skilled here, and they knew about the vast wealth of the plants, how to use the elements of the plants, and what are the uses of the forest and surrounding forest. They have much knowledge about it to take that, and they have collected the roots, fruits, and other forest produce also for their food and hunting animals here. And professions was there earlier here, hunting was there, herding was there, farmers, rulers, merchants, priests, craftspersons, artisans, musicians, and scientists. These are the professions were there here, and rice was first grown on grown to the north of the Vindhyas here in this region where the plains are there here. That means wherever water is much, then at that area rice was cultivated, and we know that rice will take a huge amounts of water, so it was collected like that time. And again, if you see the tributaries of Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, Satluj, these are the tributaries of the Indus River here. Here also, agriculture has seen, and settlements have seen. You can see here Sulaiman hills and Kirtara hills here now in Pakistan. And 4,000 years ago, some of the earliest cities flourished on the banks of these rivers. Later, after 2,500 years, cities developed on the banks of Ganga and its tributaries along to the sea coast here. So along the sea coast also, and here Ganga river and Son you can see here. It is a tributary of the Ganga. And in case of central India, and this Narmada river valley also, Vindhyas also, settlements have been seen here. And here you can see Garo Hills. Garo Hills where first time rice was cultivated here, rice, and again agriculture also started here. You need to remember that. And next one, natural frontiers at that time, that means the boundary lines which are there in India have been seen. uh, we can see that South Asia at that time it is called as a subcontinent. Why? Because it included the countries India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and neighboring countries Afghanistan, Iran, China, Myanmar. South Asia is so these South Asia is often called as a subcontinent due to its characters having all the continent level, and again it was a smaller but having a very larger continent here, continent region like that, and it is separated by many seas and hills and mountains also. Mountains means here Himalayas you can we can see here. In ancient times, the area along these rivers to the south of the Ganga, that means here south of the Ganga, it was known as Magadha region. Now it is in Bihar, and these rulers were flourished with good agriculture and good temples and good administration, and the entire it was there, and it was a very powerful kingdom at that time in the ancient times here. And they set up a very large kingdom also. And names of the land, if we see here, we have the name of our land also. People across the frontiers also came into the subcontinent and settled here. Many from many regions here they have settled in India due to its good cultural activities going on, and a rich tradition which was there in the ancient times here. That means India was the only country at that time having different languages, different cultures, different traditions, different rituals, and different festivals. These are all in single religion. So at that time India flourished within the single religion. These many different cultural entities were there. So due to that, the happiest living of life, many wanted to settle in India. And these movements made enriched cultural traditions also. Later different religions joined in India, and also different religions also started in India also. And Bharat is otherwise called as India. And the word India comes from the word called as Indus. And this Indus in Sanskrit it is called as a Sindhu. And if you see here, occupations at that time, it was there nearly in the Paleolithic time: carving stone, composing music, cooking food. Several hundred years ago these were seen here in India. These are the works continued flourished in Indian subcontinent here. And next one, from Greek and Iran, many people have started sling in India also, from 2500 years ago. And where they were familiar with the Indus, called it as Hindus or the Indos, and the land to the east of the river called as India. In fact, here it is, was there Indus, here it was there Himalaya. So what was there here? India, India used to called in those days. And or otherwise, Indus, it is called as Indus. Hindus. So both are called as Hindus. So like that they used to categorize here. And next evidences are there about the name of the India. The name Bharata was used for a group of people who lived in the northwest, and who mentioned it in Rig Veda. In Rig Veda, we can see the name of the Bharat was mentioned here, as it is a very sacred textual proof in India. The earliest composition was there in Sanskrit also, nearly about 3005 years ago. And later it was used the same name for the India. Bharat is the name given to India. It originating from the Sanskrit word Bharata, which means Agni, meaning fire. Bharata was one of the India's famous emperor's son, Dushyant and Shakuntala. Their son only called as Bharata. And India is also called as Hindustan, which is a Persian word that means land of Hindus. Next, if we see about finding about past here, let me take here. If we see in finding of the past here, manuscripts have been seen here. So the picture what we are seeing, it is a manuscript which is written on palm leaf with help of hand. Manu meaning hand. This manuscript was written about 1,000 years ago, and the palm leaves were cut into pages and tied together to make the books here. And usually, a tree called as birch, where it grows only in case of Himalayas, it was seen here. And in case of palm trees also, they used to write this manuscript with some naturally occurring colors. And see the writing, how neatly it was there at that time. And how in a single line, even now also we cannot write in a bigger book than this palm leaf here in a straight lines. But at that time, very perfection was the good thing. In case of talent is revealed only by the perfection at that times. And these manuscripts were found at a birch tree which grows usually in Himalayas. Many manuscripts were eaten by insects also, and some were destroyed means here, according to the history, Khilji was a person in Nalanda University, belonged to India. He burnt all our talented texts which are written in manuscripts here. Nearly it has taken 180 days to burn that. He burnt the intellectual property of the India, assuming that India may become a very rich country in the future. So it taken nearly, he burned that, and that burning was continued nearly for 180 days. And few remained was in temples now. And few many were destroyed here. And these books deal with all kinds of subjects: religious beliefs, practices, lives of kings, medicines, science. Everything was there in the ancient times. Besides, there were epics also. Epics means here now, Mahabharata and Bhagavatam and Ramayanam. These are called as a true texts here, which were written by the poets ancient times. Poems, plays here. Many of these were written in Sanskrit, Prakrit, and Tamil also. At that time, these three languages were prevailing in India and were the ancient languages. Manuscripts are the scripts which are written in a paper, but inscriptions are made on stone or metal, or otherwise in case of on a human bone, not on human bone, on any other organism bone. They used to write here. Why? Because they are the very standard and to show to the future generations here. These are the writings relatively on hard surfaces such as stone, metal, and bone. Sometimes kings got their orders inscribed so that the people could see, read, and obey them. Also, there are usually nowadays, if we write any rule on a blackboard, students will listen like that. Earlier, this used to be like a blackboard, and there are other kinds of inscriptions as well, where men and women, including kings and queens, recorded what they have done in their ruling. For example, kings often kept records of their victories in the battle. Here also you can see very strongest inscription here, very old inscription here, which was found in Kandahar in Afghanistan, presently Afghanistan, 2250 years ago, and it was inscribed on the orders of the ruler called Ashoka. When we write anything, we use a script here. Scripts consists of letters and signs. This script consists of letters and signs. When we read that it is written or spoken, we use a language. This inscription was inscribed by two languages. One is Greek and one is Aramaic, and this is the otherwise called as bilingual inscription. This kind of inscription where two languages are used is called as bilingual inscription here. And next one, if we see archaeologists, who are archaeologists here? They study the remains of the buildings, ancient buildings, whatever there, and how they are made up of stone or brick paintings and sculpture. They also explore or excavate, dig under the surface of the earth to find tools, weapons, pots, pans, ornaments, coins. Some of these objects made by stone, and others with the help of bone, and some are made with the help of baked clay or metals, so that only they can preserve to show for the longer time, and again they will survive for the longer time. Here you can see the pot. This was nearly for 4700 years ago, and here you can see the coins which are about nearly 2500 years ago. On these inscriptions, on these paintings, or this art form used to be made, and that will reveal that how in olden days they used to live, and what are the food style they used to make. Everything they used to be make here. And next one, archaeologists also look for the bones of animals, birds, fish, to find out what people ate in the past. Historians and archaeologists are like detectives who use all these sources, clues, to read our past. Usually timings will be there here. We will call our date line like this here. What is that? BC means before Christ, AD means after Christ. Assuming that 2000 years of the birth of the Christ, good thing was happened and bad thing was also happened here. So determining that birth of this person Christ, then it is called as a BC, and AD after this person's that means this Christ birth, it is called as AD, unknown domini. Before this person's birth, it is called as before Christ. BC means before common era, and AC means after common era. So in some books they also use here BP means before present. And here if you see this decipherment, some of the technique here, how it is formed. A lion is there here, a lion is there here. Which letter is common? They used to say that okay, L will be assuming for lion, and bird means here they used to take common things here, A, and both they used to make birds are being lettered as this process is called as decipherment. And scholars usually use this process to reveal that what has seen here in the ancient time, how the language script was used there. 5000 years ago, Rosetta is a town on the north coast of Egypt here. Inscribed stone was found here, and this was the details found in that inscriptions, and it was found in a Castroche. Next here dates, some important dates are there here to remember. In the last 8000 years ago, agriculture has been started. 4700 years ago, first cities of Indus was started here. 2500 years ago, Magadha kingdom was been started in the banks of Ganga, and present it is running about 2000 year AD. And these are all the dates you need to remember for the future coming examination.